Hello everyone, my name is Sasha Bonasin and I'm a psychic medium, and this is my monthly horoscope tarot card reading, and it's for you, my gorgeous Leo, for November 2017. So it's for you, my lovely Leo, for November 2017. Okay guys, I'm gonna say this now and I'm gonna try to be as abrupt about as anything. Leos, if you're unhappy in your life, Leos, if you're unhappy with your life, but this is especially when it comes to your love life, when it comes to your emotions, I'm saying that there's just so much been happening in your lives, okay? Whether you're in relationship or whether you are single, there is a huge emotional confusion that you guys are and girls are actually going through, and I just want to pinpoint and I just want you to understand that throughout November there is a lot of this going to be going on, whether you are in relationship or whether you are single. You know, you are about to have a really big message, you are about to have a really big realization, and I'm saying this that's the reason why I said that I'm gonna try to say this as abrupt as possible. It's just because I want you to realize that this is the area in your life that you really need to pay attention to when it comes to, and I am going to start with love this time. I am going to start with emotions this time, because if you are in relationship, you see there is a certain a situation going to arise that it's just going to make you think, and it's going to make you quite restless, and it's going to make you reevaluate your emotional situation. On another hand, with another words, you are going to find yourself in a situation where you are going to be wondering, and you're going to be asking yourself throughout the months of November, am I happy? Do I love this person the way I should love this person? And I'm saying this is for those of you that are in relationship. Throughout the months you will be asking yourself whether you are on the right track or not. There is a lot going to be going through your mind that you will want to sort out, that you will want to resolve with your partner. You see, the certain things from behind, from the past, you know, the certain things from the past are going to be coming back that were left kind of unresolved, and so that's why November is going to be like a one big confusion, quite confusional month, especially when it comes to those of you that are in a relationship or if you're single. So if you're in a relationship, you will be kind of thinking a lot, and you will be kind of reevaluating your current situation, and you will be kind of trying to reflect on the fact and realize whether you're happy or not, because I see that lots of you throughout November are going to be going through this, and some of you, and it is going to two things are going to happen here. I do see a heartbreak. I see a heartbreak, which doesn't necessarily mean that you are going to split up or that you are going to end your relationship, or it doesn't necessarily mean, oh, this is really bad. I said it thousands of times and I'm gonna say it again. We have more than one soulmate, we have more than one life partner, because lots of people think, and lots of people used to think, oh yeah, we just have one soulmate, but there are few soulmates. Sometimes we have only one and sometimes we have few, but most of the time we have few. It all depends. So when the certain soulmate come to an end, like when it comes to us and our particular spiritual journey, we just do nothing but we just end up dragging each other down, we end up making each other unhappy, we end up dragging each other's energies down, and instead of making each other happy, we make each other really unhappy. So the situation number one that is going to arise out of this situation, for those of you that are in relationship, for those of you that have wanted to move on for a really long time, for those of you that were trying and it doesn't work, this is going to be the time when you will really want to move move on. This is going to be the time when you will really want to kind of go and just say to yourself, you know, oh no, this is where the new stage of my life is going to start. It may not be easy to start with, but as the time goes by, it's going to become easier and easier and easier. I know it's easy for me to say, but you are the only one who can truly say whether you are happy or whether you're unhappy in your current situation. The situation number 2 is basically for those of you that really had the things haven't been going really well with your partner, but you want to work on them, you want to work, you know, on this particular thing. So maybe it's just started, maybe there was like a really confusing and really negative situation that arose that made you like think about your partner in a slightly different way. The situation number 2 that I was talking about means that you will sit down and you will talk through, and you will kind of find a solution, and you will try again. So the heartbreak doesn't necessarily mean that you will split up, although some of you will decide to go the separate ways. You know, it depends how far your personal journey has developed with this particular person, with their personal spiritual journey. And the situation number 2, it may arise, and it means that it depends how far your relationship has gone and what you both want out of relationship. If you both want to try, you will sit down and you will have a serious talk, and after that moment, after that point, you will want to find the problem, you know, the solution to your problem, so you can help your relationship to move on, so you can try again. So that's why I'm saying it is going to be very emotional months. And for those of you that are single, you see, it is all about shaking up. It is all about one big, massive shake up in November. Leos, for those of you that are single, you're also going to come to the realization, like 98% of you will are literally focusing on people or focusing on a person so far that you shouldn't. It was somebody wrong, it was somebody bad, it was somebody negative, and maybe perhaps you fancied something about it. It all depends. Some people like bad boys, bad girls, whatever, you know. Maybe it was that type of situation. I'm not too sure. But it is going to be also the realization that you single people, single Leos, are going to realize that you were just wasting your time with a particular person. You were wasting your time with a particular man, with a particular woman. It depends. And that particular situation is also going to arise from the fact they will do something, they will make something, they will create something, and you're just going to realize the wrong face to them, the wrong side to them, the whole new side to them, and the new side to them that you're going to realize you're really not going to like. And after that moment, after that point, you will want to move forward, and you will kind of forget about that particular person. Whether I see for the single, for you single Leos, whether I see whether there is a new relationship so far in November, I can't see it. But this particular situation is going to be as important as a new relationship, because after this moment, after this point onwards, you will just leave the door open for somebody else to come in. Before you sort this out with this person, you know, in your mind and with your feelings towards that person, you're still kind of having the door closed. But as soon as you kind of realize this, you will leave the door open. So that's why it's a very important month when it comes to feelings and emotions indeed. Okay, what else I was going to say? Labradorite pendant, it's absolutely amazing and it's absolutely brilliant. You can get this labradorite pendant on my website, and my website link is in description. And Labradorite pendant is very significant, and it's very powerful because it helps us to kind of like make the best possible decisions, but it helps us to express ourselves, it helps us to communicate, it helps us to say what we want to say. When we like people, when we fancy people, sometimes we stumble, we just like talk like so much rubbish sometimes, really, and then when we go away way, and then we are like, oh, why didn't I say this? Why didn't I say that? And that's why labradorite helps you with that particular sharpness. So this is something that I would highly recommend you to wear throughout the month of November 2017. Okay, when it comes to the actual number, when it comes to the number that is connected to you this month, it is the number 21. Number 21 is a very powerful number because it also trying to let you know, it's warning you about your particular stage and your particular journey with your life. It's slowly coming to an end, but it's connected to the negative side of your life. It's connected to the part of your life that has been dragging for a long time, part of your life that didn't work anymore. You're trying to make it work. You're trying to make yourself happy like that. You're trying to awake yourself, you know, with certain things, and you're trying to kind of keep on trying, but it's just not happening. So that's why it's this big realization that you're going to have in November, that a certain part of your life simply came to an end. But it is not a bad thing. It's actually a good thing, because after this point onwards, after this moment onwards, you're about to go on the whole next stage, new journey in your life. What number 21 also means that you are going to plan a certain trip or certain journey which is going to happen in November. That particular certain trip and certain journey is going to become very, very significant for you later on, because it is going to be followed by a very, very interesting situation that you are going to come across with. Okay, what else I was going to say, but when it comes to the actual health, you see, when it comes to the health, the actual health, yes, I can see that you are going to be prone to colds, flu and things like that. So just make sure that you take maybe like a certain amount of vitamin C a day. Take honey if you can take honey, echinacea herb, which I recommend, and things like that. But what a good thing is, or about like health when it comes to you, is just that you will be focusing a lot on the amount of energy that you are going to have. There is going to be a really nice and beautiful amount of energy that you are going to have throughout November, which is going to have a really good and really positive impact on you. And also you will be able to use this in the best possible ways, because you will take this energy and you will use it with your work and you know, like with your career, or like if you're looking for a job, you know, this is going to be the great time to actually go to look for the job, because it is just going to have a really positive impact and positive reflection in you. Also, the ailments that you might have had that you didn't see any improvements from, this is going to be the great time again, because for the long ailments that you didn't see improvements, now you will be able to see improvements. So I think that's really, really good news, and I think that that's a really, really good sign. On the 5th of November, it's going to be very good day for those of you that are looking for a job, for example, because the 5th of November, there is something very good going to come through, a new job offer, job news, some kind of information, but it is just going to come with a little bit of fear, and it is going to come with the thought that you are going to kind of start, you're going to need to learn something new, and also it's going to take with an information that things are going to take slightly longer. Where you wanted to get and what you wanted to do in life, you will realize after this point that it will take you just slightly longer, but you are going to adjust certain you are going to need to adjust a certain part of your life here, certain direction of your life, which is going to take you on a new journey. But the 5th of November, it's actually really, really good, because this job that may come for people who are looking for a job, it's not going to be just any job. Financially, this is going to be absolutely fantastic, bombastic, brilliant. Financially, straight away in your mind, you're going to feel great. But although on another hand, certain things are going to take you slightly longer to get where you wanted to get. Absolutely brilliant. Also, for those of you that are having businesses and things like that, this date is going to be very good, because this is going to be the time when you're going to bring something new in. Okay, and for those of you that are like retired, you're also going to get hold of something very interesting on this particular day. It is going to be connected to your finances, which is going to be followed with a fantastic feeling of achievement. For those of you that are retired, if you were waiting for some kind of money, if you were waiting for some kind of financial situation to improve because you wanted to buy something big or you wanted to do something big, the 5th of November is going to change everything. This is like really, really good. The 23rd of November is another important day, because 23rd of November is the whole new idea that is going to come to you. This new idea that is going to come to you, it's going to be directly connected to your home, directly connected to what you wanted to do for a really long time, but you just felt really powerless because your financial situation wasn't as good so far, or your finances weren't as good as you needed them, as good as you wanted them to be. So most of the time you felt like extremely ridiculously powerless about this particular situation. And 23rd of November, the bottom line is it's going to bring a very good situation, very important situation, which is going to bring the whole new prospect to you, which on another hand is going to make you to look at the things about yourself and about your immediate future in a completely different way. Things that you felt a little bit powerless about, 23rd of November is going to change, okay? The 30th of November is the third important day. It's going to be on the 30th of November because this is when you're going to have your own personal vision. This is going to be big, this is going to be interesting, this is going to be significant, and this is only going to mean to you so much, because this is just so difficult to explain. The 30th of November, it's going to be the whole different dimension, the whole different energy is going to be around that day. The whole day is going to seem different. The whole day is going to be different. You're going to feel like you're going through some kind of a dream, you know. It is just going to feel like the whole day like you didn't even wake up, maybe, you see. But on another hand, by the time you get to the end of the day, you see there is you will have some kind of a vision, you know, and that particular vision that you're going to have, it's slowly going to start in the morning. As soon as you wake up, it is just going to be at the back of your mind. Whether you're going to realize this subconsciously, consciously or not, it depends, but it is just going to be keep on coming out, popping out in your mind throughout November the 30th, and by the time we get to the end of the day, you will have a certain vision that you're going to feel so strongly about, and you will want to go towards that direction. And if you were thinking about it only like a few weeks ago, you would be like, no, absolutely no way. And this is the difference. This is the difference. November is the time of changes, but the way the change happens, they will completely surprise you, and you're also along the way you're going to surprise yourself. The first part of November, you're actually going to have some kind of something that you waited to be decided, something that you waited. So this could be like something to do with maybe court, or this could be something to do with like some kind of negotiations. This could be something like anything that could be like decided for you, or anything to do with you, but you just waited for this for quite a while. You were worrying about this for quite a long time. The first part of November, it's actually going to be really good, really positive, because whatever is decided, whatever needs to be decided, it's going to be decided in your favor. And I can see you being ecstatic here, and I can see you thinking about it. Yeah, what I'm going to do next, because that is going to be followed with another really big realization that you're going to have after this point, after this moment. And this is also going to be connected pretty much so to your financial situation and your own freedom. You're suddenly going to feel free after this point, after this moment. You're going to start feeling much happier after this moment onwards. And also the first part of November, I can see you, and this is going to be like towards the end of the first part of November, the first week of November. It is also very important negotiation that you are going to have. Negotiation is going to be really successful, okay? This is towards the end, the first part of November. And the negotiation, this means a couple of things. If you are not having any negotiation that you are aware of, you see, if you are able, if the certain negotiation situations manifest in your life and you have got the power to say when or to ask when, just try to have negotiations in the first part of November, because you have got some kind of a very, very lucky time here, very, very lucky energy here, because I can see things are going to work into your favor. Although I do need you to be careful, because there's a certain person that you're also going to be a little bit disappointed about, and this is somebody who's been in your life. This is somebody who's like a friend or even a family member. It could be even the person at work that like you just felt like really close to. It is just like a little disappointment that you're going to have about that person. They're going to do something quite not really great, not the best, and it is just going to leave the sour taste in your mouth, and it's just going to kind of, first you will feel like a little bit like upset, and then you're going to feel like a little bit surprised, but then very soon, by the time we get to the mid part of November 2017, there's a really good realization that you are going to have, and then already by the time we get to the mid part of November, you're already going to be like, oh well, you know, it's their loss type of thing. So it is just going to be uncomfortable situation, but you are going to learn through this indeed. And also the mid part of November, it's there is a situation also going to arise, the problem that you had in the past. It does not seem like a problem anymore. There's certain situation in your past that is connected to other 2 or 3 things as well, but this other 2 or 3 things were quite positive, but this certain situation was negative that was connected to these other 2 positive things. You're going to have a slight turnaround here. You will start seeing things from a whole different dimension. You're going to start seeing things from a whole different direction, and it sounds like whole different dimension, but you will realize that you needed to do tiny little change all this time, and the things would have been absolutely fine. However, it is going to sort itself out, and however, it is going to work again in your favor. And what else I really like is that on the third part of November there is the certain person that is going to come through from your past, a certain friend that you know from your childhood, certain friend that you didn't see in a really long time, or that you didn't hear from this particular friend in a really long time. I can see you socializing with that friend. That friend is going to come through, that friend is going to come in touch with you, and that particular friend is really going to surprise you. And this is somebody who you love so much, somebody who you appreciate so much, somebody who you love on so many levels, somebody from your childhood, as somebody who makes you really happy. And this is also going to be very interesting time, the end of November, because you're going to start feeling very nostalgic when it comes to your old relationships. You're going to feel nostalgic when it comes to your family. You're going to feel nostalgic when it comes to the, you know, children that you used to play with when you were a child, and it is going to be a wonderful feeling, because it is not only going to be going through you this wonderful feeling, but you're also going to start making or start getting in touch with certain people from your past, and you're really going to really enjoying this, because you will come to realization, and you're going to realize, I'm not saying that you never realize this life is so short. Of course, this life goes like this, yeah, but this is just going to be playing up on your mind, like, you know, this realization, this life goes so quick, and you will have a certain appreciation about this life, and most above all, you're going to have a certain appreciation about people in your life, and you will be focusing a lot about people in your life, not just your friends at the end of November from your past, but you know, you're going to be focusing on a family. And also some of you who have problems with a certain family member, or unresolved problems with a certain family members, you know, by the end of November 2017, this is exactly what you're going to be focusing on, because you're going to feel full of energy, you're going to feel great, and you will just want to sort things out, you know. And also, what else I was going to say, that the end of November, it's also absolutely brilliant, you know, when it comes to really you realizing how good you are. And this is a lot going to be important for those of you, maybe if you felt tortured at work, maybe if people were negative to you at work, maybe if you felt tortured like at university, at college, you know, you just felt like there was so much negativity going towards you, maybe you were completely out of balance, or, you know, if you were like doing certain career and you just thought like, oh, I don't know, you know, like things like that, if you were like uncertain. Now the end of November is just going to be absolutely wonderful, because this is going to be the best, the greatest sense of achievement. And it's not only the sense of achievements, it's the actual realization about you, the happiness. And I can see you being really passionate, and I can see you actually you will want to start new things in life, you will want to try new things in life, you will want to become very adventurous. There is a journey, there is a trip that is going to be connected to it as well. I've already mentioned there is a trip, there is a journey that is part of the number 21 that is connected to you this month. And that particular journey, it's also going to be rather significant, because it's going to be a trip, it's going to be a journey that is just going to be a little bit different, and it's going to make you be a little bit more adventurous. You know, you're going to make a decision based on a trip journey that is just something that you wouldn't normally do, but it will just be a pure product of your own energy levels changing, and of your you know, by doing something like this, by being a bit more adventurous, like when it when it comes to this particular trip or journey. However, there is a really big message going to be there for you, which you're going to find very interesting and very helpful later on. Thank you ever so much for watching my videos. I really hope you like it. Please don't forget to comment in the comment section. Don't forget to like, and don't forget to share me on Facebook, Twitter, wherever you like. I will really appreciate it. Thank you ever so much for watching. Sasha Bonasin, Psychic Medium.